now, we're live. Yes, live from Jay's place. And we're talking
Barbershop Talk.
Yes, Barbershop Talk, where nothing is off limits and everything's on the table.
Everything's on the table. Barbershop Talk.
Come on, everybody. We're here at Jay's place.
Barbershop
We're talking Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Where nothing's off limits.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk live here at Jay's Place, Barbershop 1927 Olive Road. I am, Lordy, from the old school church. They say, I'm excited to be in the number one more time. I am excited to sit here, look at your face on your TV screen, on your iPad, on your phone, whatever you use. Barbershop Talk Live is live, and I'm trying to tell you I am excited. So listen, as you might know, today is Wednesday, and every Wednesday we do what we call a podcast. Some people call it a conversation. I just call it a good old-fashioned sit-down talking. So what we do here with Barbershop Talk Live, we bring on different guests, see what their views are, see what their opinions are, and just to know who that person is. And like no other day, Barbershop Talk Live is live today. So listen, before we go any further, I got to give a special shout out to the people behind that camera, behind these microphones, behind these airways that put this thing together. I'm talking about sponsors. I'm talking about vendors. I'm talking about supporters. So let me tell you who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Demetrius Johnson. If you don't know Demetrius Johnson, you better get to know Demetrius Johnson. She got a product called Body Butter. I'm talking about, it's called Beverly's Body Butter. Shea butter. Shea butter, what is good for? Your hands, your hair, also good for pain. So give her a call at 706-564-5335. Again, that's 706-564-5335. Beverly's Body Butter. She got mint. She got coconut. She got island paradise. She got tropical paradise. She got, I'm telling you, Demetrius Johnson got it all. Beverly's Body Butter, whipped, scented shea butter. You have a TikTok. She got TikTok. Hit her up on Melon Queen 1976. I'm telling you, get this product in your house. Beverly's Body Butter. Give her a call again. That's 706-564-5335. Tell her Jay's Place Barbershop Talk Live sent ya. Also, if you got a problem with your yard, your lawn, your pond, just some trees just growing over the front door, give him a good friend, Alan Odom, a call at 706-294-8493. What do you got? Pond maintenance. Pond maintenance ready here in Augusta, Georgia. I'm talking about pruning your trees, cutting back your grass. I'm talking about just old-fashioned demolition. You need him, give him a call at 706-294-8493. Again, that's 706-294-8493. Pond maintenance right here in Augusta, Georgia. Also, you tell him John Milton for Jay's Place Barbershop Talk Live sent you, and I believe he'll give you a good old deal. I know he will. Also, listen, let me tell you about what we got coming up in another few days. Just another few days. I'm talking about my annual event, which is called Barber and Beauty Fun Day. What is the Barber and Beauty Fun Day? I'm telling you, this is going to be a day of celebration. It's going to be a day of fun. It's going to be a day of honoring people. Barber and Beauty Fun Day is this coming Sunday, September the 10th, from 2 to 7 at the old YMCA soccer field, 2340 Millersville Road. What are we doing? First of all, we're going to honor our legends. We are honoring the legends right here in the CSRA, the legends of the barber and beauty industry. I'm talking about Linda Dixon, Tara Parks, Tisha Norman, and we cannot forget about 100.9 Selena Soul. These legends, these ladies have been doing hair, beauty, care in the barber and beauty industry for many, many years. So we're going to take the chance to honor those ladies. As they say, who rules the world? The girls rules the world. We're going to honor these girls right here at the Barber and Beauty Fun Day. So I'm telling you, and I'm talking to you, sit down. I'm talking to you too. Come out this coming Sunday, 2340 Millersville Road. Let's support, let's honor, let's give these women their flowers while they can smell them. Barber and Beauty Fun Day, 2340 Millersville Road. Also, we're going to have a competition. We're going to have a competition between the barbers, the beauty shops, the nail salons. Who got the best athletes? What we doing? Potato sack race, three-legged race. I'm talking about the crab walk and musical chairs and more games to come. So we're going to have vendors. We're going to have jumping bean for the kids. We're going to have a dunk tape. Maybe I get a dunk tape. Maybe I won't, but you got to come to see it. So come on out again this coming Sunday, 2340 Millersville Road. And don't forget all all of the proceeds generated from this event is for HIV awareness, HIV testing, and HIV education. So come out. Matter of fact, we're also doing HIV testing. We are. So come get your HIV test, know your status, know your partner status. Please, ma'am, please, sir, come out and do that. Also, we're also going to be doing COVID testing. Did I say that? Yes. As you know, the numbers are going back up. So come out and get your COVID test. I'm telling you, let's have some fun. Good old fun day, as always. Some of the old school games. Vendors going to be on hand. We're also throwing together a car show. Yes, if you got a car show that you want to put in the car show, bring your old 67, bring your old 78, bring the deuce in the quarter, bring it up to the 2340 Millersville Road. This coming Sunday, the Barber and Beauty Fun Day. It's an annual event, so I'm encouraging you. Don't worry about the weather. The weather's going to be good. I already checked. Let's have some fun. Again, this coming Sunday, 2340 Millersville Road, Barber and Beauty Fun Day. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Also, if you haven't heard, I'm sorry if you haven't heard, but I'm going to be the first to tell you, Saturday, September the 23rd. What are we doing? What are we doing? If you ain't doing it, I'm going to get you. I'm telling you. So get yourself to the doggone computer, to the iPad, to the phone. Go to the website, speakupsistickets.com. I'm telling you, you better not miss this event. Again, that's Saturday, September the 23rd. What is it? Speak Up Sis, right here in your own CSOA, Augusta, Georgia. This is a program, again, as I said before, who rules the world? The girls rules the world. So come out to this very special program, Speak Up Sis. It's a gala. Let's dress up. Let's look nice. Let's have some fun. Let's honor these women that's been doing crazy, marvelous, extraordinary things behind the scene. So I'm looking forward to seeing you. I'm telling you, put your tuxedo on, get your gown, get your hair done. Let's look good. Let's support these ladies. Let's have a fun for the cause. It's all for the cause. It's all for the cause. Again, Saturday, September the 23rd at the Croc Center. At the Croc Center. Doors open at 3 o'clock. 3:45, the doors open. And also what we're going to do, we're going to have a red carpet. And yours truly will be on the red carpet. I'm talking about, I'm going to see what you're putting on. I'm going to see what you're wearing. I'm going to, listen, let's come out and have a good time. Again, that's September the 23rd at the Croc Center. Speak Up Sis. I'm telling you, boy, if you haven't heard, shame on you. But get your tickets. We still have a few tickets left. So get your tickets. Again, that's Saturday, September the 23rd. Speak Up Sis Award Gala. Go to the website, speakupsis.com. Get your tickets. There's a few more tickets left. They're going fast. I got mine. You get yours. Listen, also, I got to give a special shout out to my good friend right here in Augusta, Georgia. Been knowing this guy for a long time. Been knowing his sidekick for a long time. Who am I talking about? Johnny Royal Jr. Who else I'm talking about? Annette Dops. Been knowing her for a long time. Where are they? Where are they? If you can find them, you better go see them. They are at 3300 Washington Road, Miracle Infinity of Augusta. Did I say it correctly? Yes, I did. That's Miracle Infinity of Augusta. Go see them at 3300 Washington Road, or you can give them a call at 922-1030. Again, that's 706-922-6500. I'm sorry, 922-6500. That's Miracle of Augusta Affinity, right there on 3300 Washington Road. Johnny Raw, Annette Dops, you tell them John Milton for Jay's Place Barbershop Talk Live sent you, and I'm sure they'll give you a good deal on some of them brand new cars and even a used car. But don't hesitate. Go up there now. The deals are going fast. They selling cars like hotcakes. Again, I said go see them. Tell them I said come see them. Tell them Jay's Place Barbershop Talk Live sent you. So listen, thank you to all my supporters. Thank you to all my people that's, listen, I see you putting your hands on the screen praying for this show. Thank you for putting your hand on the screen. I see it. I see you rubbing the camera. I see you. So thank you for rubbing the camera, talking to this. Keep on praying for Barbershop Talk Live. We appreciate you. We love you, and God knows I do. So, but again, before we go any further, let this day go by, we got a conversation to have. We got to have a conversation. Are you ready for the conversation? Tune in to Barbershop Talk. You got time to call a neighbor. You do have time, but for now, I'm ready to get this conversation started. Are you ready to get the conversation started? Are you ready? Again, Thank you to the supporters. Thank you to all those ones that have been taking the time to pray and support Barbershop Talk Live. So you ready? We ready to have a conversation? Cameraman, you ready to have a conversation? Let's get this thing rolling. Again, today is Wednesday, Barbershop Talk Live. So listen, I got a good friend of mine. This girl is, I'm telling you, she is sweeping the CSRA by storm. Matter of fact, she didn't come out of nowhere. She been here. She been here. She been doing it for a while. So I'm telling you, let's have this good old conversation. So listen, put on your seatbelt, unbuckle your butt. I'm talking about your belco. Let's have some good old conversation. Are you ready? Right now, I want to introduce some and bring light on to some others. My good friend, I've been knowing this girl for how long? Long enough. Miss Angel Wright.
Yay!
What's up, Miss Angel? You better give me something,
I'm gonna
girl.
give myself some applause.
You better talk it up yourself, and nobody do it. You do it. You do it. How are you?
I am well. Thank you so much for asking. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You know, sometimes the day don't go where you want it to go.
Yeah.
But we're gonna make the best of the day.
Hey, this is the day that the Lord has made, so we will do what?
We're gonna rejoice
and
be glad in it.
Hey,
that's all we're gonna do.
Glory.
And now, if I was in Vegas, I'd say let the chips fall they may. But I'm on Olive Road, and we're gonna have a good day.
That's right. That's right.
We're gonna have a good time.
I'm telling you.
Now,
so you know, I'm shocked.
You shocked?
I'm shocked.
Okay.
Because I've been watching you on the other side of the camera.
Okay.
Y'all, he ain't got no teleprompter. There aren't any papers.
No cue cards.
No.
None of that.
The fact that you can remember people's phone numbers, addresses. Y'all, listen.
Hey,
this a bad man.
Hey, I blame that on my mama. My mama said, "You better not forget that." Thank God for my mama, y'all.
My goodness, yeah, I'm in awe just watching you just now. Just spout all of that out without any
no
anything.
Hesitation.
Yeah,
no hesitation.
Man, you are definitely
I appreciate it.
Amazing at what you do.
I appreciate it, and again, I thank all this coming from the good Lord and my whippings that my mama gave me. Man.
Hey, that's what's up.
So I mean, I'm in awe of you, because again, if you don't know, I take the time to go through these Instagrams, these Facebooks, these different media blogs,
right?
And I'm always seeing you.
Okay.
I see you everywhere. So I'm like, okay, this ain't just anybody I got in the hot seat. And I don't know if you know, but I call this the hot seat.
The hot seat, yeah. It's a hot seat.
So sometimes it gets to be a hot seat before the person sit down, but after we have a good old conversation, it just cools off.
It's all good.
Just cools off because we comfortable.
That's right.
We comfortable. We doing good.
That's right. I got a good sister friend. She called me Blue Flame.
Blue Flame.
She says the hottest part of the fire. Listen, I'm cool.
I'm cool with it. But listen now, Angel, what I try to do, I try to make people comfortable when they come in the Barbershop Talk Live world, and this is my world. This is my world. So what I do when I bring people on to get in the hot seat, have a good conversation, I try to make sure I know a little bit about the person when they come on.
Okay.
So I go to that G thing. It's a G thing. They call it Google.
Okay.
So I go to the Google.
And what you found?
I found some stuff I knew and some stuff I didn't know. But I go to the G thing. The G thing is Google.
Okay.
So when I start Googling you,
I
said, oh, okay, that's what I already knew.
Okay.
But the crazy part about it is some of this stuff I already knew. But for the people that don't know who you are, I want you to look into this camera and tell everybody that's watching in the Barbershop Talk world, who is Angel Wright?
Who is Angel Wright? Okay.
I know.
You know.
But the people want to know.
People want to know. Okay, people want to know. Well, hello, people want to know. My name is Angel Charmaine Wright. Most people know me right now by Angel Charmaine. I am the CEO of Speak Up Sis LLC. I am also the mother of 4 fabulous humans. I call my sons. I am a former educator right here in Richmond County. I taught at Hepzibah High School, taught at Burke County High School. I've been an educator of 20 plus years now. Yeah. And currently, I am a full-time entrepreneur, and Speak Up Sis is my baby. And I create spaces and provide opportunities for people to open up their mouths and share the truth of their lives. And that's what I do in a nutshell.
Okay, all right. That was a lot.
That was a lot?
That was a lot in there.
Okay.
That was a lot. And when I said that was a lot, I heard something in that introduction about 4 kids.
Yes.
I got 3.
You got 3?
And I don't know what 4 feels like because the 3 I got, they keep me and my wife moving.
Yeah.
So you got an extra body.
Yeah,
an
I
extra
do.
mouth to feed.
Yeah.
So kind of give us what it's like to take care of 4 bodies.
Ooh. Well, 2 of those bodies came at one time.
Oh, you got 2.
I got twins too.
Some people call that 2 monies. You got 2.
My goodness. Oh, goodness. But yeah, so my oldest is 23, and my husband and I, God rest his soul, their father, and you know what? We were kind of old school in our raising. I'm Geechee. I know you from a little town.
A big little town.
A big little town.
I'm glad you asked.
I know. I know. You're from a big little town.
Big little town called Waycross,
Georgia.
Yes.
And I'm from the Seaport town. I'm a Geechee girl from Savannah, Georgia.
Okay. Oh, Chatham County.
That's right.
All right.
Chatham County.
Okay.
Gone home.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
And he was from Charleston. So Geechee Gullah people rearing boys. We ain't play no games.
Always straight up and down.
All the way.
Straight up and down.
All the way.
Well, that's how they do in my big little hometown.
Mm-hmm.
They same way in my big hometown. They if it ain't gonna be right, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
That's how they do.
Because your mom and daddy got hands.
Trying to tell you. And she reached me up here, so she don't play the radio up here
At all.
Thank you, Mama.
But yeah, they kept us busy, and we did divorce at a time, and we co-parented until he passed, and I kept them busy. My boys are wrestlers, they're musicians, they are brilliant, they're scholars, and they're all out of the house now. I'm an empty nester at this point. But yeah, you know what? Boys keep you young and spunky, and they keep you functioning, keep you alive. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying. I got
Yeah.
2 boys and a grandson.
Okay, so you
And
get it.
That little grandson keep us going.
Yeah, they
So
busy, but
Yeah, I understand. So now, what school did you attend? What high school did you attend?
I graduated from A.R. Johnson. Go
Yeah.
Panthers.
Oh, okay. You a
Yes.
little, what call you a little smarty brain? Okay, you always in the library all the time.
Back in the day, they said, "Oh, you go to that smart people school."
Yeah, you going to smart people school.
Yes.
Okay.
I graduated from Johnson.
So you got some education.
I do.
All right, well that's
I
good.
do.
Because at first I thought she might have played some sports or maybe the band.
Not at A.R. Johnson.
Yeah,
Not back then. Anyway, now they do.
Yeah, see, I had to clarify because sometimes the girls get in the band or get in the majorettes, twirl the
Yeah.
flag, and all that type of stuff. But you didn't do none of that.
No, but you know what? When we moved here from Savannah, I was like 11, and I was zoned for Josie because we lived over right across the street in Southside,
Okay.
and I wanted to be a member of the Sonic Boom of the South.
You wanted to be an Eagle. You wanted to be an Eagle. Got to be more careful.
I wanted to.
You wanted to do all that.
I did.
You wanted to be an Eagle.
I did, but my mama was like,
Mama said she
said, absolutely
you
not.
better sit it down.
Listen, you sure don't know. Back then, in 1989, 90,
You better
it wasn't
sit
nothing
it
to play
down.
with.
Sit it down and shut your mouth.
Going over there, them people's school. Better put that purple on.
Ain't having none of that. Got to be more careful. Your mama old, Lord, she didn't play.
What you say? Not the radio,
Not
the
the
TV,
radio.
nothing.
Unplug it and sit down.
It's better. Better.
Man, CSRA, again, if you got a question for our special guest, Ms. Angel Wright, please, ma'am, please, sir, put the question on the screen, or you can give us a call at 706-426-1533. Again, that's 706-426-1533. Remember, we are live. Answer any and all questions. No questions off the table. If you have a question for myself, put the question on the screen, or you give us a call. I will answer any and all questions. No matter what the question is, we'll make sure we get it answered. Miss Angel.
Yes.
I got a question for you.
What's your question?
Again, we talked about in your introduction many of the things that you've done. You said you was an educator.
Yes, I was an international educator.
Wait a minute
as
now.
well.
Hold on now. I didn't hear that part. International education.
Yes, I was an international educator.
So what is an international educator? You got to school us on that now.
Yeah, international. I train teachers overseas. So when I left Richmond County, I went to a place called Abu Dhabi, which is in the United Arab Emirates. Most people recognize Dubai. So that's where I was, and I trained teachers there.
So you got a little Dubai in you.
Yes.
Okay.
Just a tad bit.
Got a
Just a
little bit
teensy
Dubai.
tiny bit.
You all Dubai.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. You wanted to be an eagle, now you got some Dubai.
I tell you.
All right. So you was training to different languages and different customs, or how that works?
So actually, I was what they call a consultant partnership teacher for English, and I helped to improve the pedagogy or the teaching skills and strategies for Arab teachers. So they were already teaching English. They're already brilliant women, but the country was bringing their educational system up to international standards. And they brought in Western educators to help do that. And so my job was kind of like an instructional coordinator, if you will. I helped them to be able to create lessons and content, and I taught best practices for teaching English to non-English speaking students, things of that nature.
Okay. I never, first time for everything. I didn't never meet nobody that does that before, so that's good. And I'm assuming the pay was substantial enough.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I came back here. I lived off my savings for a year. I was able to pay my mortgage and do all my stuff. So it was good money.
Okay. Think they got open for a barber?
I'm sure they do.
I'll go cut hair right now.
Yes. Get on the plane and go.
I'll cut her right now. Barbershop Talk Live. I'll go to Dubai in a minute. We broadcasting live from Dubai.
That's right. Trust me, you make good money.
I don't give a god dog. Let's do it. But another thing I'm really like that you're doing. You bringing your studies and everything back home.
Yes.
You bring it back home.
Back to the city
where everything is much needed. Because right now, as you know, from the time that we grew up to the way it is now, a lot of changes have come about.
Yes.
A lot of discipline is taken away. And now that you're in the school system, can you kind of touch on what you see the different from the time you grew up to the time where we are now?
Oh, you're trying to really put me in the hot seat.
I mean, remember Barbershop Talk Live. Remember one thing about this show, it is live.
It is live.
So anything can be said and
held against me in the court of law.
You just never know.
Oh, glory. I'm going to plead the fifth when I need to.
Plead the blood out the water.
Don't plead the fifth, plead the blood.
You never know, baby. You never know.
That's what's up. So I am actually not back in the classroom as a certified teacher with my own class. I do not want to do that for some of the reasons you just mentioned. But I am substitute teaching. And so for me, it's one thing to do a lot of jaw jacking, which a lot of people do a lot of jaw jacking and lip wrestling, right?
All day long.
All the talking about what we gonna do and ain't gonna do.
Right.
But for me to have the credentials I have and to not utilize them to be a help, I think is a travesty. So I decided to go back in as a substitute teacher. As a sub, I don't have the type of stipulations that traditional teachers have because I don't have a contract, right?
Okay.
So my job is not necessarily to teach them a subject matter, but my job is to fill in the gap, if you will.
I got you.
Okay? Which allows me then to do what I do, which is speak up, sis.
Speak up, sis.
Right? So what am I seeing right now? I've been telling some friends that, honestly, the young people look like young people did in 1999 when I first started teaching. I don't believe children have changed. I believe grown people have changed.
Okay.
I believe systems have changed.
Okay.
But the children are the same. They do the same things. They behave the same way. The difference, the rules are even pretty much the same. The difference is we have a system that doesn't enforce the rules they have in place.
Now, Angel, before we go any further,
Hey, you asked.
before we go any further, I just ask that you repeat that again.
The system has rules in place that are not enforced. Right? We have adults in position as authority figures in the school who don't have the autonomy,
Big word alert.
the independence. They are not given the right to be the authority figures in the buildings.
So not to cut y'all, but I hate to cut y'all because
Go
you
ahead.
brought something to my attention. And what I try to do every day, most of the time, what I try to do on my social media page is do what I call the word for the day.
Yeah, I see it.
I try to do that just to, and what I do, I put it out there so however you interpret that word for the day, that's how you interpret it.
Right.
So you brought something to my attention. And what I put on there, I think yesterday was, will you let go of your principles for popularity? So would you sacrifice your principles for popularity? So that kind of go along what you just said about the rules that are in place, and
That's
we're not
right.
enforcing the rules. So
That's
are we
right.
sacrificing the principles of raising the kids, teaching the kids, and also just making sure these kids are right for the popularity? We sacrificing the principles for the popularity.
Well,
I'm just saying. I mean, now true enough.
You said it.
I know the answer, but just the people on the other side of that screen want to know the answer. That's what we're doing.
I think we're close to that.
We're close to that. I didn't say.
We're close to it, right? And when we say, I guess when you look at popularity, some people may think celebrity, but it's not just celebrity in the way that we think about it. It is the things that are attached to those positions, right? And granted, I understand that there are pay grades in this thing. So I'm not going to bash any teachers. I understand being an educator because I get it. I've been doing it for 20 plus years. I totally understand. And I believe that a lot of teachers are getting a lot of flack, and parents don't understand that many of the teachers, no, all of them, their hands are tied. There are certain things they can do and certain things they cannot do. And I'm going to look in your camera right there. Is that all right?
Right there.
I'm going to take my glasses off.
Because they're watching.
Part of the reason teachers don't have the autonomy in their classrooms is because parents won't let them teach because they stay up at those schools trying to run things. You're trying to run them schools and those classrooms from the house. And so if parents vote people into positions, those people aren't necessarily going to do, they say they're doing what's right for the children. No, they're doing what's right to keep their positions. So if parents are voting people in who are going to do what they want them to do versus what's best for the students, well, we're going to have an issue.
Okay. Now, again, we live.
Don't ask me now.
We live.
I'm going to tell it.
We live. And now, Angel, I don't know if you had a chance to watch Barbershop Talk Live, but what I normally do when we get a person into the hot seat, we just have a conversation.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And the conversation can go from here to
Here to
there,
there.
upside down, all over the place.
Right.
But we just having a conversation.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm going to give you the privilege.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the privilege. Barbershop Talk World, she's going to be privileged to see what I'm going to ask the next question. The next question, I'm looking at question 3.
Okay.
So you see question 3. so Barbershop Talk Live World, she has been privileged to look at these questions. I hate to let people see the questions, but I'm going to let her see question number 3. And based on question number 3, I'm going to make sure I read it correctly now.
Okay.
Question 3 says, again, we just jumping around.
Question 3.
Question 3, as you see, question 3, how do you know that God is real?
How do I know that God is real?
How do you, again, I'm just, now, before you answer that question, based on the stuff that I see on your page, on your, just see you in general around town, I know that you know God is real. But guess what? The people want to know. So I already know. So based on question 3, this question 3 now.
This question 3.
How do you know that God is real? Again, I know the answer to the question, but the people want to know to the answer. How they know? How you know? Tell us that, Ms. Wright.
God is real because I've experienced him for myself. I've experienced him for myself. I've experienced his spirit for myself. So I know he's real. I've been living for 46 years, and I know that there are some things that have taken place. There are some opportunities that have been given. There are some ways that have been made that man could not have done, that I could not have done, that no one could have done, except a mighty God, except a presence bigger than myself. And because I have experienced the spirit of the living God for myself, I know he's real. Yeah.
Okay, now that was question 3A. Now you see question 3B.
This is
question 3B. You see question 3B right there. You see it.
I see it.
So again, I know the answer, I know what you're feeling and what, but again, the people want to know. So now, based on your answer to question 3A, question 3A, I want to know, and the people want to know: do you feel that you are just lucky because this stuff happened to you, or you feel that you're blessed? Because Angel, there's a difference now. We can get lucky and hit the number.
You're right.
We can get all these, but sometimes we bless. Now. Again, I just want to know, do you think you lucky because sometimes stuff happens to lucky people?
Right.
Or sometimes stuff happens to blessed people.
Right.
Where are you at in that category?
No, I'm blessed. Here's the foundational thing. Boy, you taking me into all the deep waters tonight, right?
We live.
The thing for me is it's all about belief. The issue is, what do you foundationally believe? For me, I believe without a shadow of any doubt that there is a God in heaven. He has a spirit and he has a son. I believe these things. I don't believe that there are consequences. I don't believe in luck. But that is what I believe. So I walk in what I believe. So I would never say that I'm lucky or anyone else is lucky, because I don't believe in happenstance. I don't believe things just happen. I believe people make choices. I believe people, decide to do things. I believe that there are lots of things that happen that lead us into a space, but it's never by chance that it happens. But yeah, people are blessed.
Okay. So it's boy, I tell you, these questions coming.
You got a lot of questions.
I got a lot of
there.
questions, so just be prepared for these questions. So I don't know where these questions coming from. They just come to me, and I write them down as the people give them to me. So I'm still jumping around.
That's fine.
I'm still jumping around. So Angel, based on your question that you told me, is it to the point where I'm predestined, or we are predestined for stuff to happen? That being said, let's just say if I go up the street and make a right turn, but I should have made a left. So if I go right, that what I encountered down there, it was meant to happen. But if I went left to go down there, that's meant to happen. So that's going back to what you're saying about our choices.
Okay.
Is that kind of what you were saying?
What I'm saying is that everything that is and everything that will be has already been. I believe that the God that I serve, is both the beginning of the thing and he's the end of the thing. He is. Therefore, everything that is to be, he has already created. It's already been done. We are traveling along in space into things that have already been created. However, there is a way. And this is what Angel believes, okay? You ain't got to believe me. This is what Angel believes. I believe that there is a path that, because it's already been created, there is a path that the Creator wants us to go. However, he's given us the ability to choose, right? So if you choose to not go down that path, you can. But there are already some predestined things that are going to happen outside of that path. Do you understand? However, the beauty of what I believe is that when you believe in him, the God I serve, that even if you choose to go another route, that if you keep your trust in him, if you continue to seek him, even if you kind of do some things, that all things work out for the good of those who love God and who have been called into purpose. And I believe all of us have been called to purpose. And if you've been called to purpose because you've been created with a purpose, before you were formed in your mother's womb, you were created with a purpose.
Boy,
you understand?
I'm with you.
And so all of us have been called to purpose. So if you love God and you have been called to purpose, even if you don't take the path that has already been created, that he knows is the righteous path, even if you take another path, he will still work all of those things out for your good to get you on the right path. But you can choose to not. You can choose not to believe. You can say, Angel, all that's hogwash. I don't want to believe. You get to choose that. However, every other path that you can possibly take has been created already. You understand?
I got you.
So whatever you get on that path,
that's what you chose.
That's what you chose.
Okay. So now, I can't make this stuff up, Angel. I cannot make this stuff up. You see these questions. I cannot make this stuff up.
Oh my goodness.
So question 4, and I like to be honest. I like to be,
okay.
Let you see. I'll let you see this. So question 4 says, it's 3 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours, like the letter hour.
3 hours. Okay,
3 hours.
I got you.
So a lot of times when I go to church, the preacher say I got 3 P's, 3 W's, 3 T's. So I got 3 hours.
Got 3 hours. Okay.
And as you see, there they are. There they are.
1, 2, 3.
There they are. So I'm gonna give you 3 hours.
3 hours.
Again, I know the answer to what you're gonna give me.
Okay.
But the people want to know. The people want to know.
Y'all some nosy people.
Yeah, these some folks. They want to know all about you. They want to know. So here's your 3 hours. Risk. Reward. Return. So what do those 3 hours mean to you? There's a risk, there's a reward, and the return. Now, there you go, Angel. There you go right there. I ain't making this stuff up.
Risk, reward, and return.
The people want to know.
The people want to know what do they mean just in general to me?
What did it mean to you?
What do they mean to me?
The risk, the reward, and the return.
Right. Oh, this is a tough one.
I'm telling you, the people, they want to know.
I know, because that could fit in so many different spaces. But
the risk.
I don't know, risk. Well, when I think about myself, I believe that there are some risks that we have to take. Some things we think are risky. Anything that you don't know what's going to happen on the other side of it is a risk, right? But when I think about risk, I think about faith. In order to risk anything, it requires faith.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I took a risk when I left Richmond County I left Georgia rather with 9 years of teaching under my belt. In my 10th year, I could have invested, right? But I took a risk to leave not the state but the country, because I believe God was leading me to do that. So when you are doing what you are led to do, right? And for me, based on what I believe, when I am doing what I am led to do, I'm doing what God is leading me to do, it feels like a risk in my natural body, but it's always in faith. It's not a risk when God is leading you to do it. It's an assignment. It's a task, but it's not a risk.
You better say that. Just say that part again. Please say that part again.
When you're being led by the God of heaven, the God I serve, then what you're getting ready to walk into is not a risk. You understand? It is an assignment. It is a task. It is you being obedient. It's a lot of things, but it's not risky. It's never risky when God has ordained or destined or told you to do a thing, because he's not going to lead you somewhere where he's going to allow you to be hurt. When we think risk, when you do a risk assessment, you're looking at, how could this thing go bad? How could I lose in this? But when you're being led by the God of heaven, you ain't going to lose. There's victory in that, right? And there's a reward. There's a reward.
Okay.
If you're not willing to step out in what you consider to be risky in your natural body, right? if you're not willing to take that risk, to trust him, you can't get a reward. Right? And for me, the reward comes in being obedient. You know, the Bible tells us that it is not our sacrifices, but it is our obedience. That is how we please God, right? And oftentimes we see being obedient to God risky. Because if I do this and I'm going to lose this, I'm going to lose them, I'm not going to get this. Oh, goodness. You know, I resigned from my $80,000 a year job to walk out on the water with the Lord and Speak Up Sis was born. Many people would consider that a risk.
That's a risk.
But it's not. I'm sitting here with you 5 years later, about to have an amazing event. I say I'm getting rewarded.
That's you are getting rewarded. Now, before you forget about it,
what we got?
What's the return?
Risk and the return.
What's the return?
Man,
risk, reward, and don't forget about the return. What's the return?
The return is that I'm kept. I'm kept. Do you understand what I'm saying? The return on all of this is that when my time here on this earth is done, I know where I'm going. I know what I'm going to be doing. You understand what I'm saying? You don't get no better return on that. There ain't no better return on your investment than to know. I know without a shadow. I was just telling my sons, and some people say, you tell your sons, yes. I was telling my oldest son, he's 23 years old. We were driving to Atlanta to see my youngest son. I'm at school. And we were just talking. And I said, you know, son, your mama 46 years old. I said, I've lived 3 lives in one. In 46 years, I've lived at least 3 lives in one. I've had that many experiences in 46 years. If I die today, I said this to my son. I said, if I die today, nobody should say I died too early. Oh, she gone too soon.
Yes.
Because that would be a lie straight from the pits of hell. You know why? Because I have lived. I have taken the godly risks, tasks, assignments. I've done what he's told me to do. I'm obedient. I live according to the way he's told me to live. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm doing the things I know I've been called to do. I trust that I'm in the right place. So my return on this risk, on this investment, on all this, is that when I get to close my eyes eternally, I know where I'm going.
3 hours.
What you talking about?
The 3 hours. You just listen. I knew them 3 hours. I knew them
because you did the big G.
I did the big G. I
Googled
you.
You Googled.
But the people wanted to know what the 3 hours was. The risk, the reward, and the return.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, you put it right up the straight street.
Yeah.
You laid it down. And if I nobody didn't understand, you better understand what she's saying.
Yes. God is not, he is not giving us a spirit of fear. When people think, oh, that's so risky, you know, I don't know if God would want you to do that. I don't know if God would want you to do that. Oh, that could be risky. You could lose out. But then the Bible tells us that God is not giving us a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're not willing to take no risk, you can forget getting the reward, and you're going to have a problem on that return.
you know, and now listen, let me piggyback on what you said, because Angel, I do a lot of different events.
Yes,
all
sir.
throughout the CSRA. Me and my good friend Ken Barnes, he's gone on to be with the Lord. But we've been doing events for many years, 20 plus years we've been together. And a lot of those events we put together, there was a lot of risks.
Yeah.
A lot of risks, because at one point we was doing it out of nowhere.
Yeah.
No blueprint, nobody to help us out, nobody to guide us. It was a lot of risk putting those events together, from these galas to the fashion shows to the health fairs to, back to school basketball tournaments. We did it all. And it was a lot of risks.
That's right.
But the reward paid off.
That's right.
And we got a great return.
That's right.
And now I can okay, I'm good. And because in the end, I know God got our back.
Yes.
I know God got our back. And I really wholeheartedly believe that, because sometimes when you go into stuff, like you say, when you get into something that you've never been in an environment, you got to have some risks.
You're going to have some.
You're going to have some risks. You're going to have some like, oh, no. But then you got to see the end at the beginning.
That's right.
You got to see the end at the beginning.
That's
Once you
right.
see that, you good.
Yeah.
And you got that big old F in your front of your face, that faith.
Faith.
You got the faith, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. A lot of people, I'm sure they watch your show and they watch you, and you've got some pretty high profile people that come through here, and you know, your show looks fabulous and everything. And it does. Everything looks wonderful. I can tell you operate in the spirit of excellence. And folks want that. I'm sure you get people who come in here and see it and be like, oh, I'm going to do this now. I know you do. I know what happened.
You are correct.
I know they come, oh, I need to give me a podcast too. And
Yes.
what they don't realize is that you took a lot of risks.
I took a lot of risks.
You took a lot of risks.
I took a lot of risks. A lot of risks.
You stepped out and you made a decision to do some things that other people wouldn't do at the Here's the thing. Folks say, oh, I'll do that. But would you have done it at the time I had to make the decision? It's one thing to say what you'll do now. But if you were in the exact position that John was in at the exact time that he had to make the decision, would you have made the decision then that he made? And
Right.
most people won't. And how do I know? Because they ain't making it now.
And you know what? Now, what? This conversation is going so good because you got me back into my thoughts. And my thoughts is one of the things I put on the word for the day was, and this was a few weeks ago, don't put your foot in my shoes.
Ooh!
Don't put your foot in my shoes, Barbershop Talk Live World. That means if you see what I'm doing, you don't know what I had to do.
That's right.
You want to be like me? You want to be like her? It was so much. So don't put your foot in my shoes just because you see what I'm doing.
That's right.
You don't know what I had to do to get to that point.
That's right.
Don't put your foot in my shoes. But listen, Angel, before we go any further, I got to pay a bill.
Pay the bills.
Can I pay a bill?
Pay 'em.
I got to pay a bill because a man has put the note on my door, pay the bill. So that being said, CSRA Barbershop Talk Live, I want to give you a special invitation to look into that camera, look into your screen, and pay close attention to my good friend, Felicia Lee. Felicia has a program, have a company called True Therapy. True Therapy is a mental health organization, a mental health business that she has, making sure that the people here in the CSRA get the mental help they need, get all the information they need, and just get the help. So CSRA Barbershop Talk Live World, look at the screen, watch the video, pay close attention to the thing that she's talking about. So enjoy, listen to it. I'll be right back in a few minutes.
Life is full of challenges and struggles, but there's no reason you should have to face them alone. At True Therapy, we provide support and guidance to help you become the best version of yourself. As a mental health counseling center, we provide a full range of clinical behavioral health services to children, adolescents, adults, and families. Our experienced team of licensed counselors and psychiatrists work closely with patients to understand their situation and develop a personalized treatment plan with an emphasis on wellness and prevention. Whether you are struggling with mental illness, substance abuse, relationship and marital difficulties, or the daily stress and challenges of life, we are here to help you find a positive path forward, dedicated to making our services as convenient and accessible as possible. We offer treatment in office, by phone, or via telehealth. Find the help you need. Schedule an appointment at True Therapy today.
I'm talking about spiritual health, whatever you need, give her a call, pay close attention to the video. She is doing marvelous things right here in the CSRA, right there on Central Avenue, right here in Augusta, Georgia. True Therapy, Miss Felicia Lee. I hope you enjoyed the short video. Take advantage of her service. Take advantage of your time to make sure she puts you in the right place where you need to be. Again, True Therapy, right here on Central Avenue. Miss Felicia Lee, she's the owner. She's the CEO of that company. Thank you, Felicia. Keep on doing what you're doing right here in the CSRA. True Therapy. Now, Angel.
Yes, sir.
Listen, I don't know about you, but I'm enjoying this conversation.
I am thoroughly enjoying myself.
I'm telling you, I'm having a good time.
I appreciate you for letting me come share space with you.
And I am so glad that the stars lined up to put us together today. It's good.
This is good. It's
You
good
good?
stuff. I'm good. Anytime I get to talk about Jesus, I'm good.
Well, see, that's why I tell you Barbershop Talk Live is a live show because we'll go anywhere. We can talk about whatever anytime, and I just like to have a conversation.
Yeah.
That's why I had this barbershop chairs. I mean, let's we just have a conversation.
Yeah, and then you let the ladies come in here.
Let the ladies come in here.
Man,
You know,
that's
and
what's up.
see, this is the ladies rule the world.
We will. Don't get me started. I'm not gonna get on no soapbox.
Listen. Again, I'm having fun. And I normally don't let people see my questions.
I
normally don't let people see my questions.
You got a ton of them.
I got a ton of them, but these are the best 12 that I picked out.
Oh, okay.
So we on number 4.
Okay, yes, sir.
So listen now. Let's get a little serious because what we've been facing the last few weeks is some serious matter.
Okay.
It's a serious matter what we've been facing. So now that you are in the realm of it, you in the center eye of it. You're around it all the time, and you see it happening day to day in your profession. So now where we at now, I'm going to question 6. Remember, Angel, I know the answer that you're going to give us, but the people want to know. And I asked this question to our last week guest. He gave me a great answer, and I believe the answer he gave, but I just want to know where it's coming from you. Okay. So, again, you are in it every day. So, based on this question that the people gave me to give to you, does Black Lives Matter?
Of course, Black Lives Matter.
But now, watch this now. When I ask that question, you got to be careful now, because the reason why I asked that question, a couple weeks ago, there was a shooting at one of the schools. Mm-hmm. There was some uproar. If you look around in the newspaper, on the TV, there's always a killing, and most of these killings come from our own kind. From our own kind, and based on question 6, does Black Lives Matter? Because we're doing it to ourselves. So I'm just wondering, do we matter to each other? Are we trying to sacrifice our popularity? We trying to sacrifice our principles for our popularity? I did this, I did that. So I'm asking the question again, does Black Lives Matter? And I'm going to put a tag on that once you answer the question. Okay. I'm going to tag that in a minute. Tag it. You want me to tag it now?
No.
Let me tag it now. Can I tag it now? So I'm going to give you a 2-part question. So
right. My memory ain't as good as yours now. But go ahead, tag it.
So does Black Lives Matter? And based on the position that you are in right now in this present day, does black women matter? I'm sorry I said that, but it's on question number 6. It's on question 6. I had to say it. Does Black Lives Matter? And to tag it, put on part B of that question, does black women matter? Give the people what this ain't for me, this is people.
Y'all see, he done made me lean back in my chair.
This ain't me.
He done made me lean back in my chair. I'm
trying to tell you, we live.
Oh, goodness. So, part A. 6A.
6A.
Of course, Black Lives Matter. I've already said, well, I don't know if I said it tonight, but I call myself a God girl. Okay? That means a lot of different things to different people. But for me, I believe what the word says. And so I believe God cares about every single individual soul, black, white, yellow, whatever. Okay? So, of course, Black Lives Matter. I will say this. I believe that black lives need to matter more to black people. I think we have been bamboozled, and the focus has been on other people loving black lives. Black lives matter. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do this to us. You shouldn't do this to us. You shouldn't do this to us. And I believe black lives need to matter to black people. Okay, I also believe that the hate that we have for racism is stronger than the love we have for each other. You understand? So as long as it's about racism, what somebody is doing to us, we will rally. You'll have folks that hate each other. You get all the gangs together. You can get everybody that hate each other on a regular basis to come together to fight racism, because the hate that we have for it is stronger than the love that we have for one another. So I believe that it should be in reverse. I believe we should love each other more. That should be stronger than even the hate that we have for racism, because then we won't hurt ourselves the way we do. We won't kill each other the way we do, because we will love one another, and therefore we'll be able to work together in a healthier way to ensure that we are, we are handled properly from other people. But we're asking other people to do stuff we won't even do.
Won't do it our own selves.
We won't even do it.
Now, don't forget about the B part of that question.
And of course,
Black women, do they matter?
of course, black women matter. Black women, but I will also, there's not a but, because but cancels out everything you said before that. So black women's lives matter, period. However, black women seem to be one of the most hated populations, demographic of people in the world. Our birthing mortality rates are ridiculous. If you pick just about anything and say who's at the top of the list for that thing, it's probably going to be us as black women. You know what I'm saying? And the wild thing about it is, because we are in that position, we have so many defense mechanisms that sort of perpetuate what people already think. But it's not because it's who we innately are, it's who we've had to become in order to combat all the things. So it's kind of a catch-22. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, black women is black. It's like, well, I mean, when you think about, if you think about all the things that have been lined up, in order for black women to be as resilient as we are, we had to build our bounce back muscles. And in order to do that, we had to callous in some areas. We had to get tough in some areas. There are some things that, we had to be strong about. And it has kind of become woven in the fabric of who we are as black women. And so now everybody's like, oh, what's wrong with y'all? It's like, come on, don't do us like that. Don't do that. Go look at all the systems. And then you got you're adults now, you should be able to change. Yes, and that's what we're working to do. And even in working to heal, we are demonized even as we are trying to heal. We are trying to be different. So you got women that are saying they want a soft life. It's like, I don't want to be hard. I want to be soft. I want to be feminine. I want to be a lady. And then you got a whole group of people saying, y'all just lazy. You don't want to do nothing. You don't want to go to work. It's like, you know what?
Want me to do everything.
You want me to do everything. Right. So it's like, and I'm not a cusser, but you darn if you do, you darn if you don't. You know what I'm saying? And so yes, black women's lives matter. And I see it in the way of being a mother of sons, right? My sons didn't really understand who I am as their mother until they didn't have access to me. When one of my sons went into the military, baby, I got a letter they're gonna bury me with. I'm gonna have it clutched in my hand. And that
he poured it all out.
Man, here's the first time. I love you, mama. I love you, mama. I love you, mama. You the best thing, mama. You so great. You so great. I just love you. And mama, I was not a good child, mama. And he just laid it out. And then he gave back to me he said, but I'm a mighty man of valor and I'm your son. And so I'm gonna be okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? But it took him being in a place where he did not have access to me, where I could not save him. I could not help him. There was nothing I could do. And then all of a sudden,
hit him.
You understand?
And now he appreciate that.
And I believe in this world, if black women ever decided to stop helping folk, I'm not cooking no meals. I'm not giving no rides. I'm not doing none of that. You raggedy. You got potential, but you raggedy. You this, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. If we got to that point, maybe some folks might be a little nicer when they realize that you know what? We've been doing a lot that you think we haven't been doing.
So
I'm gonna get off my soapbox.
get off,
now.
Angel. You took the question way down the street. I didn't.
You gave it to me.
But listen, now here go. I go with question 7. Question 7. Now here come question 7 leads us in.
Okay.
I mean, your answer leads us into question 7.
Okay.
Now the question 6B said, "Does black women matter?"
Right.
Now here go question 7.
Do black men matter?
Do black men matter? we do, but I'm gonna stay on question 6B.
Okay, that's
going into question 7.
Okay.
Now that we are in a place where you are, I can call it comfortable. Can I call it comfortable?
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
You comfortable? You all right? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All them words in one. So that being said, now you are embarking on something that you call Speak Up Sis.
Yes.
Speak Up Sis, because again, now you just said that the women, black women, they do matter.
We do matter.
So now you are embarking on an area called Speak Up Sis.
That's right.
So tell us. I know. Believe me, I know. I've been Googling. But the people on the other side of that camera want to know, what is Speak Up Sis?
What is Speak Up Sis? Speak Up Sis is my baby, y'all. Speak Up Sis is my ministry. It's the assignment God has given me. It is my work in this world. Speak Up Sis, actually, I am the sis in Speak Up Sis. Most people don't realize that.
I didn't know that.
They think that I'm telling, like, hey, you sis, to speak up. It began, actually, as the Lord saying, Angel, you need to speak up. Open your mouth and speak up. And that's where it sort of began. And so he allowed me to create what I needed for myself for other women.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Didn't know that. And that's the good part about Barbershop Talk Live. You get a chance to learn more things about the person, about their views, because again, I didn't catch that on Mr. Google.
Yeah, no.
I didn't get that on Google. So now we got it live coming from you. So
that's right.
Speak Up Sis is you.
The sis and Speak Up Sis is me, and I'll say it's me too. It is every other woman, right? It is open up your mouth and speak up, right? But it started with me, is what I'm saying. It started with me saying yes to say what it is that the Lord will have me to say in this world. It started out with me saying yes to being willing to talk about things that make you vulnerable, things that that people cannot like you for, speaking up and saying things that people might ostracize you for. There are some things I said tonight that some folks will probably be like, I don't even like her no more. But here's the thing. I have been mandated by heaven to open up my mouth and speak up and share the truth of my life. Okay. And that is what Speak Up Sis creates spaces for other people to do as well.
So that's the goal.
That's it.
The goal is to give other folks a voice, to give them the confidence to be able to speak up in those situations that you need to speak up.
Yeah, we give them.
Speak up.
Yeah, we give them. So here's the thing. We give them the space and the opportunity. We don't give them a voice. God gave them a voice. People have a voice. Folks will say all the time, we're the voice for such and such. They got a voice. What Speak Up Sis does is says, open your mouth, sis, because God gave you a voice, and use it. And we're going to give you the opportunity to do it. We're going to give you the space to do it. And we're going to say, come on in here and do what it is that God has told you to do. Speak Up Sis is rooted in Revelations 12:11, right? For they overcome him by the blood of or they triumph him by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony, and they do not love their lives unto death. And so Speak Up Sis is saying, sis, if you want to triumph him being the schemes and tactics of the enemy, right? Guilt, shame, self-esteem, low self-esteem, self-condemnation, all those things. If you want to triumph that, then you need the blood of the Lamb, but you really need, and here's where people miss it, and this is Speak Up Sis component. It says, we triumph him by the blood of the Lamb and, not or.
Okay.
And so what we do with church folks, we give people Jesus, 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 but then we tell them they can't talk about these things. But the Bible says you triumph by the blood of the Lamb and the word of your testimony. So what Speak Up Sis does, it says, we know you got Jesus. We know you believe. We know you got faith. So open up your mouth and tell it, and don't love your life until death. Don't take it to the grave. You know? And
Gotcha.
so that's what we do. And so we've got spaces, magazines, podcasts. We create spaces in different arenas for people to speak up.
Okay, now, Angel, I'm trying to stay on these questions. So I'm trying to stay on these
We're
questions.
gonna run out of time with all your questions.
I'm trying to stay on these questions. So you got something coming up on the 23rd of September.
Yes.
This month, September. So Speak Up Sis is doing a gala.
Yes, we are.
So now I did see some of the publications, some of the commercials and
Yes.
stuff. How do women get to be nominated? How do they get to be recognized as coming to the gala to the point where they receive the rewards,
Gotcha.
the risks, and the return?
Got you. So this is our inaugural awards gala. We started nominations in February, and so folks could nominate people. They could have nominated themselves, or other people could have nominated them. We had over 300 women to be nominated. Over 300 women were nominated over 3,000 times. Yes, so their communities came out like in record numbers for them, and from there we took the top 5 women from each of our 13 categories, and they became finalists.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
and then those 5 women in each of those 13 categories were voted on by their communities. We received over 7,000 votes for those 65 women. And so on Saturday, September 23rd, one woman from each of those 13 categories will be the very first recipients of the Speak Up Sis Awards.
They will get their reward.
They will get their reward. And if you don't mind, really quickly, I think it's important, especially in the CSRA, for people to hear this. The Speak Up Sis Awards is not in competition with anything or anybody. The Speak Up Sis Awards is not entrepreneurial in nature. It's not about the best barbershop or the best whatever. The Speak Up Sis Awards, what God has given me to do is to openly, because the Bible says that he will openly reward those who do what he tells them to do in private. And what he is allowing me to do through the Speak Up Sis Awards Gala is to openly reward women who have been privately doing what God has told them to do. And so they're being honored for being prayer warriors, having a warm smile, being givers. This is not entrepreneurial. This is character-based. And it is about showing women that they are seen and heard and appreciated while they are doing the work. It's not you gotten to the pinnacle and you're the best. It's no, we see you, we believe in you, we love you right now, and we want to give you flowers now while you journey. So if a woman gets an award and it's like, well, I've been doing this better than her, it's not about how long she's been doing it or how. It's about God has seen her and seen fit that she should get this. And it's an encouragement, sis, to keep going.
So again, the date on this event coming
Saturday, September 23rd.
up, and we still have tickets available.
Yes, we have some tickets available. They can go to speakupsis.com/events, EVENTS. speakupsis.com/EVENTS.
Where would it be held at?
It's going to be at the Kroc Center. And like, I don't remember them addresses like you, but it's the Kroc Center downtown on Broad in the banquet hall. There will be no tickets sold the week of the event. September 16th is the last day.
Did you hear that, CSRA?
Last day.
Get your tickets now.
Yes, we still have some available. And because you're watching, I'm going to give them a huge discount tonight. If they're watching tonight, I'm going to give them the friends, because you family now.
Okay.
You family.
Okay.
I'm going to give them the friends and family discount.
That's the benefit of watching Barbershop Talk Live, because you never know what's going to happen on Barbershop Talk Live.
Yes.
Again, listen, how are we dressing at this event?
Shirts,
t-shirts,
black tie. No. We don't
sneakers?
t-shirt. No.
Put my Jordans on?
No, we doing black tie gowns.
Okay.
And suits.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Black tie gowns and suits.
Nope.
Javon Jones, the violinist.
Yes,
You know Javon
yes,
Jones.
yes.
Javon Jones is performing. Stephen G, the saxophonist.
Okay.
He's performing. Selena Soul.
Not Selena.
Yes, she's hosting.
What?
The event. Jay Will is our DJ.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
who's on the red carpet?
You on the red
I'm on
carpet.
the red carpet.
Shut your mouth.
You better be there. I'm telling you, if you don't have your face in the
Yes.
place, I'm going to bust your face. Get your tickets to the 23rd. I'm telling you, September 23rd, the Speak Up Sis Awards Gala.
Yes.
Shame on you if you're not there in the hot seat. Get yourself there.
Get your
I will be on the
ticket.
red carpet.
You are.
Man, listen.
They looking forward. Listen, there are women coming from around the country and out of the country. There is Welasani Mokwe Nging is a foreign diplomat. She's a Cameroonian diplomat. She's flying from Africa to be honored at this gala. There are women coming from California and New Jersey and Pennsylvania and Arkansas and Texas and Florida and Augusta, Georgia. There are a significant amount of women in Augusta, Georgia who are finalists.
So basically, to be in the Speak Up Sis finalists, be recognized, old-fashioned folks say, just do what you do.
Just do what you do.
Just be you.
Just be you.
Just be yourself.
That's it.
People will recognize you.
Yes, they will.
What's done in the dark will come to the light.
That's right.
So just be yourself.
That's it.
One of these old-fashioned good old days, you will be recognized.
That's right.
You'll get your return.
That's right.
And your reward.
Yes, you sure will.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
That's right.
Now, listen, do you have anything else you want to say to the people before we go off? Because I hate to go. I'm having a great conversation.
I know. Time goes by so quickly when you're having fun.
Tell the people how can they get in contact with you again.
Okay, so again, my name is Angel Charmaine Wright. You can call me Angel Charmaine. I'm the CEO of Speak Up Sis LLC. You can learn all things Speak Up Sis at speakupsis.com. That's speakupsis.com. You can also follow us on social media. We're on YouTube at Speak Up Sis. We are also on Instagram, Facebook. We're everywhere. All you have to do is just Google us at speakupsis.com. And if you would like to get a ticket and you're not computer savvy, you can give me a call at 706-394-2030, and I will get your ticket taken care of for you. And just because you're watching tonight, if you go online or you call me and you mention capital F, and AND, capital F, 50. F and F, friends and family, 50. You'll save $50 on your ticket, off your ticket.
Listen, cameraman, media man, please give me a few more minutes because I got this. This is a great conversation. Don't cut me off. Listen, I'm gonna get. No more questions. No more questions. Listen, no more questions. No more questions. But I got the cameraman. Give me a few more minutes. Listen, Angel.
Yes, sir.
Again, it seems to me that you are a person that I can really believe that you love a challenge.
Okay.
You love a challenge. And a woman in your position can take on a challenge with no problem, knock it down, go to the next challenge, and feel comfortable about it because you just accomplished that last challenge.
Okay.
So that being said, here on Barbershop Talk Live, we give out challenges to our guests. So this, if you don't know, this is a challenge flag.
Okay.
And this challenge flag, I'm telling you, means when I drop the flag, whatever the challenge is, and this flag comes from the NFL.
Okay. Oh, really?
This comes from the NFL.
Okay.
So I borrowed this flag from the NFL. So here I go for the challenge. You ready for the challenge?
I'm ready for the challenge.
Now listen. Now when this flag hit the floor, whatever the challenge that's put before you, have to meet it.
Okay.
You ready for this challenge?
I'm ready.
All right, I'm finna drop the flag.
Okay.
Here we go. Now, there you go. The flag has been dropped.
Okay.
So that being said, you are going to be challenged to continue keeping up, Speak Up Sis. You are being challenged to continue watching what's going on in the dark and bring it to the light.
Right.
I'm challenging you right now, Miss Wright, to continue to take care of them 4 boys of yours. I'm sorry, those 4 kids of yours. Continue to raise those boys from far and near. You make sure that you don't have no problem that if they over the country or around the seas, you put the right seed in them.
Right.
Continue. Your other challenge is go to school and be the best substitute teacher you can be.
Yes.
Go to school and be the best you can be because when you enter those walls, you let those kids know and the teachers know and your coworkers know that Black lives does matter.
Yes.
You also going to be challenged to let the wives know, let the women know, let the people in your neighborhood know that Black women does matter.
Yes.
You had a lot of challenges before you. A lot of challenges. Now, Miss Wright, before I get you off the hot seat, one more challenge. One more challenge. The challenge is when September the 23rd come around and the people walk in that door, tuxedos, black ties, gowns, you let them know, again, they're going to have the best Speak Up Sis program they ever seen. Yes. They're going to be glad they came. They're going to be glad they spent their hard-earned money, got the you got a lot of challenges.
A lot.
Are these challenges going to be met?
Of course.
Can they be met?
Of course.
And so listen now, until this flag comes off the floor, that challenge still stands.
It stands.
Be the best mom.
Yes.
Be the best substitute teacher. Continue. Continue doing what you're doing. Again, what's done in the dark will come to the light.
That's right.
And again, we know that black lives does matter.
Yes, we do.
And black women definitely matter.
That's right.
Women definitely matter.
That's right.
So that's my challenge.
I got it.
That's my challenge. You got it?
I can handle it.
Okay, CSRA, she has it. She's been challenged now. Before we leave, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you, CSRA. So if you paid attention to this conversation, and it was a great conversation, if you paid attention to this conversation, I got a prize for you. I got a prize for you. Here's your challenge. Miss Wright, if you don't mind, just hold that bag and just let them see what's in this bag, because last week question didn't get answered. So we're going to try it again this week. We're going to try it again this week. So this, again, all you got to do, CSRA, I'm challenging you to answer 2 questions. 2 questions, CSRA. If you can answer these simple 2 questions, that bag belongs to you. Are you ready for the 2 simple questions, CSRA? Here comes your challenge. The first question is, oh, man, I got to get these easy questions, but I got to do it. But remember, if you paid attention to the conversation, questions are easy. First question is, very simple, how many kids does she have?
Oh, that's easy.
That's easy.
That's easy.
If you didn't pay attention to that, shame on you.
Shame
First
on you.
question is always easy question. First question is, how many kids does she have? Simple. Now I'm going to see how good you paid attention to this conversation. Second question is, where did she do her overseas studies?
Ooh.
What country was she in? Again, if you pay attention to the conversation, no problem. The bag is yours. You pay attention to the conversation, no problem. You got the question right. Take the bag. Come get your bag. The prize is yours.
Yes.
CSRA, again, the first question is, how many kids does she have? Next question is, where did she do her overseas teaching and studying at? I know you pay attention to the conversation. So put the question on the screen. If you don't put the question on the screen, you can give us a call, 706-426-1533. Again, that's 706-426-1533. Cameraman, I'm coming, cameraman. He telling me to get out of here. But listen, I got to get out of here. I had a great conversation. But listen, tune in next week.
Yes.
Barbershop Talk Live will be right here in the hot seat with my special guest, Jared Williams.
Oh, that's what's up.
Jared Williams will be right here in the hot seat. Yeah,
That's
you know who
what's
Jared
up.
is? Do you know Jared?
No, I don't.
DA.
Oh, the DA.
The DA will be right here in the hot seat.
I never met him.
He'll be right here in the hot seat. So I encourage you, I implore you, I'm telling you, come and get one of those seats. I think we got about 38 people sitting in the chairs right now.
Hey, y'all.
Just don't make too much noise, but we got about 38 people in the hot seat. Come out, sit in the audience. Jared Williams, District Attorney, be right here in the
That's
hot
what's up.
seat. So you have a question for our DA next week, write it
on
down,
the line.
call it in on the screen. We'll go live and answer any and all questions. So again, next week, Barbershop Talk Live, 6 o'clock every Wednesday, right here in this hot seat. District Attorney Jared Williams will be right here. So get your questions ready. Pop your popcorn, get your sandwich ready. We're going to have a good old conversation as always. So CSRA, if you want to be a sponsor of Barbershop Talk Live, please, ma'am, please, sir, just inbox me. Also, if you want to see a special person in the hot seat, don't matter who it is, we'll make sure we do our best to get that person on the show, have a good conversation with us. So anybody in your mind, anybody on your Rolodex, anybody that you see in passing right here in the CSRA or abroad, we'll make sure we try to get that person on to be in the hot seat. So again, thank you for tuning in to Barbershop Talk Live. Listen, if it's on your mind, let's talk about it. If it's on your mind, let's talk about it. So Angel, I enjoyed it.
I did too. Thank you so much.
You better give me something. You better give me something, girl. I love it. I love it. So again, tune in next week. My special guest in the hot seat, Jared Williams, District Attorney. We got a lot of questions for him. A lot of questions for him. So please, man, please, sir, tune in. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor. Also, tell your enemies, because we have a good old conversation. Again, thank you. If you need someone to do your jingle for Barbershop Talk Live, as he done for me, get in contact with my good friend, Vertez Howard. Go see him at Howard's Poster right there on Martin Luther King. Also, if you need somebody to do your media, John Media. He's going to put the information on the screen. Get in contact with John Media. If you need a DJ, DJ J Will, give him a call at 803-215-3838. 803-215-3838. DJ J Will. If you want to get a haircut, stop by Jay's Place Barbershop, 1927 Olive Road. Looking forward to seeing you. Great weekend in my hometown, my big little hometown, Waycross, Georgia.
Waycross, Georgia.
We had a great time, class reunion. To all my family, to all my friends, to all my co-workers, to all my classmates, I love you. God knows I do. I'll see you next week. Again, Barbershop Talk Live.
Yes.
We got to get out of here. See you next week, y'all.
Bye.
And now, we're live. Yes, live from James Place. And we're talking,
Barbershop Talk.
yes, barbershop talk, where nothing is off limits and everything's on the table.
Everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk.
Oh.
Barbershop.
We're talking
Barbershop talk.
Barbershop talk.
Barbershop talk.
At Jay's place.
Barbershop talk.
with nothing's off limits.
Barbershop talk.
Barbershop talk.
Barbershop talk.
Barbershop talk.
Barbershop talk.
Barbershop talk.
At Jay's place. Barbershop talk.
Everything's on the table.